this out. Perfect.
But you're a well-rounded warrior. You keep on fighting. That's what I am. Well-rounded warrior. I say for me, I've been passed over with my family, my fans, so-called family, some so-called family members, some friends, and etc. Pass over me. They feel that I'm not even there. And I used to accept it as I'm gonna prove something to you. Nah. That I have to understand when I get older is what I am. And I have to understand that when I'm moving of a certain space of my life, to strive to do better, not that many people is going to understand your vision. Not many people is refused to understand the growth of your vision, of your self-vision. The growth of your vision help some.
You ain't lying.
Good. How y'all doing? Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the number one grinder. One of the best kept secrets on YouTube. The best of the business. Yes, this is the Underrated Commentary number 12. And also we're going to talk injustices of sports. Sorry I started a little late. I was, running behind. So my apologies for it and everything. I really, really apologize. I'm sorry about that. Take his things. So, well, I'm here. And I'm here. But we're going to talk about, like I said, injustice of sports and everything. First thing foremost, I hope everybody is doing well. I know it's nice outside and everything, but just be careful out here because when things be nice and everything, people be acting crazy. So please take care of yourselves and also your family members and your friends, etc. Again, welcome to my channel, the number one. Welcome to my channel, the Underrated Darkness, yours truly, the number one grinder. One of the best kept secrets on social media. And again, this is the Underrated Commentary number 12. We're talking about injustice of sports. For a long time, I didn't want to talking about the Shield, right? About a little year and a half ago. And I was talking about Coach Urban used to coach Florida. They won a championship, and also he went to Ohio State, won the national championship. And he got a job at Jacksonville. Y'all know what happened after that. But we back to the NFL again. their coaches has taken intern positions. Hey, thanks for coming. I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah. This is my fellow International Black Summit. Yeah, that I'm going to talk more about that in the near future. This is my International Black Summit family right there. Yeah. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. Tell the family come on. And they take on intern positions and they have succeeded, but they still don't get the prominent position. And it's been going on for a long time. And there are some people, oh, they cannot interview or they can't coach. But in the NFL, it's about 75% of African American men. So that would let me know that they really don't know what's going on. They have not been told. And when you have men that made up 75%, and you got these owners in, and I know people gonna say, "Oh, yo," but there is a woman that has an ownership. I forgot which team it is, but I think it's minority. But we gotta hold accountable too because she is part of this wickedness too. When they fail to identify, they fail to identify our excellence. Sometimes we should get our own money and create our own. Even if you can't, you should strive for change. Strive to stand up. And also, it happens in the women's sports too. That the women need to talk more about it too. And now we're going to talk about this player. He used to play for the Philadelphia Eagles. I forgot someone else. Shady McCoy. He talked about Eric Bieniemy. Eric, now people say who Eric Bieniemy. He played for the University of Colorado. They was co-national champions back in 1990. He was a running back, and I think he played in the NFL. He was okay. Then he went on been an outstanding running back coach, and he moved up to offensive coordinator, and so he was with Kansas City for a while. You know, there were some people said he wasn't calling no plays. We know he was called plays, and but they're not going to give it. Give it to him because hey, Andy Reid. A lot of people don't know who's Andy Reid. Andy Reid is the head coach of Kansas City Chiefs, or before that, he was the head coach of Philadelphia Eagles. Also, he was calling plays there too. But the sad thing about it, the coaches was under Andy Reid. They went on to get that don't look like us. They went on to got head coaching job while Eric Bieniemy haven't. But Eric Bieniemy had put in the work. There's people say, "Oh, he wasn't calling no plays or something like that." But there are even people that used to work with Eric Bieniemy, but saying he was calling plays. Even there are some. Even Andy Reid was saying that he was calling plays. Form work, I mean, form plays and players. Hey Sheila E, how you doing? Welcome. And so the way I look at it like this, that go back to brother Shady McCoy. He was saying derogatory things about Eric me because what's the matter with you, Shady McCoy? Why you talking against another black man who trying to create generation wealth that wants to be a head coach, trying to move men into the right direction. Why? Because you was garbage. Excuse me, you was garbage in Kansas City. You wasn't you wasn't getting it done, huh, Shady McCoy? You wasn't getting it done, was it? But see, they put a mic in front of your face, and you figure you can say whatever you want. No, you need to get called out on it. And the ones that are follow what he's saying, you should be a doggone shame for yourselves. Sometimes when you play sports as a player, it's hard to swallow that you don't have it no more. But good thing about that, actually players, former players had came up to Eric Bieniemy rescue, and salute to them. But it goes to show for us as a people, we still into our feelings. We will not let things go. And trust me, Shady McCoy, you're gonna pay for that. You don't want to play right into this evil system hands, like I always say. You play right into their hands. So what I think of that after Kansas City won the title, y'all. Um, Coco Tina, how you doing? Coco Tina, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. All women here. All right, that's what's up. Welcome to your PCL, your family. So the way I look at it like this, that Shady McCoy, you gonna get yours. And so get back to Airbnb. He been in Kansas City for a while. All right, Kansas City have been to 5 straight AFC championships. For 3 out of those 5 years, they reached the Super Bowl, and then Kansas City had won it twice. And Airbnb has been offensive coordinator. He even helped, Patrick Mahomes. I believe his record with Kansas City with them was like 64-16, if I'm not mistaken. But Airbnb can't get a job. He got two, not one, but two Super Bowl wins on his belt. The ones that also work with Andy, they ain't got none, but they got jobs. Even the ones, even the coaches of the Philadelphia Eagles. Shout out to y'all. They even got jobs before he did, and they lost. Now there's gonna be people, ain't no racing up. What do you call it? And then they gonna say, Airbnb, like I said a few minutes ago, Airbnb, he do not interview. Okay, what's going to be next? And it's sad how mainstream media trying to shape this man character. To me, it's mind-boggling to me. Now, there are some has spoke up. I'm not gonna lie. There are some of us in social media has spoken out. So salute to y'all. I'm not good. I'm not talking about y'all. Y'all know what's going on. I'm talking about the ones wanna. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all don't want to say nothing. So what happened was Eric Bieniemy, and people say he should have stayed in Kansas City, but they didn't. But they didn't have nothing nothing on writing that said that when Andy Reid leaves, you could be the head coach. So what he's supposed to do? Now there are a lot of people criticize what Eric Bieniemy do. What you he supposed to do? So what happened was he went to Washington. With the Washington, he the Washington Commanders now. He's a offensive coordinator. He don't have to look over his shoulder, and with that, he is assistant head coach. And I just hope that they have some implement on the contract that whatever Ron Rivera leave, like this. But anyway, I'm not going into that and everything. Like, because he had cancer, so I can't really say that talk bad about him. But I hope he's doing better. But dealing with cancer, you're gonna need some time, and he's getting old. I just hope that they have some implement, so he can step and be the head coach, and then also we gotta think it too that the franchise is still up for sale, and so we hoping that everything's worked out for that. I probably talk about that in the near future. But get back what I'm saying. So he had to travel, take his talents to Washington. He looked very happy, and I know a lot of people want him to fail. And I know if any players of the Washington Commanders that watch this or whatever it is, you got it. You're getting a teacher, and a no nonsense. But he wants you to be better. And I'm saying if you're a black, I say when you're a black player in the NFL, I'm talking about the NFL, you better do whatever you can to help him to succeed. Because when he succeed, y'all succeed. So it should be, y'all should have a chip on your shoulder to prove these fools wrong. And Ron Rivera, you want to do the if you y'all, I know you. I think y'all you calling the defense good. So let Airbnb do the offense. Because Washington still got the pieces now. People like Washington, oh yeah, they got little holes in there, but they got some pieces now. They got some pieces on offense now. They land on Lamar Jackson. Mhm. Oh, I'm saying I wish Lamar Jackson learn more passing. Work on pass a little more. He's dangerous, yeah, right? But the media still want to kill Eric Bieniemy. So again, shout out to brother Eric Bieniemy. Stand strong, brother. We root for you. Right here. Oh, let me get this out first. Uh, my underrated one family. Welcome. Thank you. My LDBC family, that stands for Lions Den Boxing Community or Basketball Community. I've been rolling with them for years and I'm still rolling with them. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Thank you. Also, shout out to hashtag TWT family. Shout out to y'all and the rest of y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. Thank y'all so much. All right. You know, y'all know people like love LeBron James, and you want to put this man on a pedestal. Y'all go right ahead, Y'all want to put him on the pedestal, you go right ahead. But I'm going to tell you right now, the way how you worship this man is pitiful. Y'all forget about the greats. You forget about the ones that that set the tone. And I don't care what your LeBron funny fans feel. I don't care what you feel. But I would say this that Ray Zone, I ain't see you in a while. What's good? My brother, I ain't see you in a while. And we ain't gonna talk about he did something for the people and everything, but we gonna stick to basketball and everything. And people will say, "Oh, you pass it." Yeah, he should. But the NBA had gift wrapped him for about 20 years, and you in the championship, you still 4-6. I never seen anybody help out Kobe, the late great Kobe Bean Bryant, like that. I never seen anybody that help out the great Dr. Julius Irving like that. I ain't see nobody help out Magic Johnson like that. Or Oscar, the great Oscar Robertson. Or the late great Elgin Baylor. Let me see who else. Or the great Michael Jordan that won 6 titles and 6 MVPs. And you say that LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan. Now I'm not a Jordan fan, but I will recognize his greatness. Just as Kobe Bean Bryant, Michael Jordan had consecutive I think he was defensive player of the year. And also prominent all-star and all NBA defensive team. He went to college for 3 years. He learned from the late great Dean Smith. North Carolina Tar Heels. That's right. Grinda knows sports very well. I know history very well. So when you start comparing LeBron with the greats and stuff like that, you better hold your horses here now. Because the NBA, then they help him out. Then you got Giannis. He take it. But see, the difference was Giannis stayed with his team. LeBron won a hoppity, 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 hop. And y'all still don't know, y'all still fail to understand something wrong with that. Now, people say, Granny, you old school. I always gonna be old school because old school is the best school. Old school is the best school. How could you respect a player that don't like a certain player? They just want to get rid of them, but you want to bring somebody in, but you don't want to play with them, but they got to implement what you want to do, LeBron. Always want to dominate the ball. I'm not saying he's one of the top best and everything. Not saying that, but when I'm saying like this, when you're a great player, you're supposed to have this. Killer Instinct. You're supposed to have it right here. How you can pass up the shot? He's a great defensive player. Who where at? And then you got some players. They say, "Oh, LeBron is better than this." LeBron is better than Wilt, the late great Wilt Chamberlain. You even got Shaq years ago talking about he better than Wilt Chamberlain. Really? And then you got some women. Oh, you got some women say, "Oh yeah, I'm better than Cheryl Swoops. I'm better than Sid." Yeah. That the women that started WNBA, WNBA, or you're better than Cheryl Miller. Is you stupid? Cheryl Miller back then, she ain't have a women's league. But you got some women say they better. You crazy? Ain't nobody better than Cheryl Miller. The only Cheryl Miller, the highest she ever go, she went to got Olympic goals or that. But they ain't had no women's league when she was playing. And other women back then. I just want to throw it out there. Big dog, what's good? Salute to you, brother. I've been okay, Ray Zone. It's been a long time. Want you to come back, man. Want you to come back. My Pete Dog right here, that's my LDBC brother right there. LDBC fan. And but I want to say this that that's why I don't get in talk about sports. Because you gotta do your history. You gotta do your own research. Cause you cannot believe these young fools. Cause they don't know what they talk about. See, they want to go by stats of right now. They want to. I call him Mike. I call him Michael White, little child. Michael and little child. They just want to go up to 25, 30 years. That's it, or maybe less than that. They don't want to go beyond that. See, when you study, you got to go beyond back. You got to appreciate the ones that lay it down for the ones for today. That laid the foundation. And go back to LeBron James. He had hurt a lot of people games throughout the years, and see like nobody want to talk about. There are people even said that he's better than Kobe Bean Bryant. I know your Kobe Bean, the late great Kobe Bean Bryant. At least Kobe stayed with his team, and he recruit the ones that come to his team. Go back to early 2000s. You got Lamar Odoms and you got Paul Gasol and others. Had Kane. World peace. Kane. That Kobe recruited. He said, I can get you a ring. And Kobe got him a ring. So I told you to get a ring. A lot of players even had looked up to Kobe Bean, the late great Kobe Bean Bryant. Because he played the game that he should. He put everything out there and showed. But the NBA still disrespect. But you want to give it to this king that is 4-6 in championship. While Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, in his career, he had 6 MVPs, 6 titles. And then you got talking about, oh, LeBron is the winner. Y'all leaving out the best winner ever, the late great Bill Russell. 11 championships in 13 years. The best winner ever? Won in high school? 1955, 1956. He played the team San Francisco Dons, back to back NCAA champions, back to back, 55, 56. And people say, why did Casey Jones played with him too? The late great Casey Jones that later on played with Bill Russell and they win championships too. I believe Casey Jones, I think, what, 89, something like that? And Casey Jones went on, the Laker crazy said Casey Jones went on to coach the Celtics to 3 titles back in the 80s. The only one that beat the only one that beat the Celtics. No, they beat Celtics twice. The late great so we gotta put some respect on Casey Jones, the late great Casey Jones. But let's get back to Bill Russell. So you gonna say LeBron James and these players, these fools that you're talking about, they're better than Bill Russell? Y'all don't even have the word epic for Bill Russell. Because that's another one. Bill Russell never left his team. He won the late great Bill Russell in 1969. He was a player coach. Won the title in 1969 on the sorry about the noise, on the Lakers floor. Because people say they put the balloons up there, and we're going to celebrate. And the late Bill Russell, excellent psychologist, he said, look, you see that? They did this. And when he said, just run. And you got to think about it, at that time, the Celtic team, that was old, but they ran. They ran and ran and ran. And you know, the players make sure that Bill Russell was running and going up top. Now there was some angry days about Bill Russell and Will Chamberlain. Later, I mean, throughout the year, they became best friends again. They straightened it out and everything. David Players was talking about Will Chamberlain like the 7th game that he was hurt. He was hurt, and then he asked the coach. I can come back in, and the coach said, "No, I could win without you." But they got rid of that coach, and that's what they built. They bring in Bill Sharman, the late great Bill Sharman. Bill Sharman was a great player himself in the NBA back in the 50s, and became a great coach too. So Bill Sharman, when he came in, that's when he they I believe 69 and 70. They won 32 straight games. And Will Chamberlain, late great Will Chamberlain, he didn't have to score that. I mean, he just blocked shots. When he need to score, he scored. Need to pass, he passed, and everything. See, my point is that these players of today, no matter if you're a man or a woman, you don't want to pay homage to the ones that laid the foundation. And it disgusts me. And the sad thing about it, y'all don't even want to do your own homework. Y'all don't even want to do your own investigation. Y'all don't want to look and cook it. Hey, what's going on? Thanks, la. Thanks for coming. You know. And I'm not saying some players here ain't great in the wrong way. They are, but don't say that that they the ones, the original. And I see the original even when I was a very little boy. I was on Old Head Podcast. Shout out to Old Head. That's better known as T Price. Thank you so much, my brother. And we would say kicking it. That's another channel you need to join. Lot of knowledge. Lot of knowledge. And then shout out to Ticket TV. Hopefully, Ticket, man, we gotta link up and do this chop up. All right, but shout out to Ticket TV. Shout out to y'all. And shout out to everybody. And And we were talking about players that people today fail to see. You know, it's mind-boggling me. It really is. And I'm not gonna say there are some players that respect the place in the past. They just a few, but ain't that many. Even though they no longer here, they still lay the foundation to us to follow today. Greatness, no matter what era they in. That's what I title injustice in sports. You even got some now we get into boxing. You even got some boxers today. They don't even want to fight. You got wild animal eaters. You got ducking. I'm not trained a certain way. I fight at least about 8 or 9 times. Excuse me. I want a title shot. I'm hiding. I'm hiding behind um the media. I don't want to talk to the real fans, but you want to talk to casual fans, and the casual fans don't know what they talking about. Oh, I want to fight this person. Come to find that they don't want to fight him. Oh, yo, you can look at the left. Look at the left hook he threw. Look at how he moved. Their boxers was doing it back then. But the difference of boxers today, then yes, say boxers more athletic today, but they not fundamental selling offense and defense. You look at their foot, look at how they move their feet. Look everything. They not coordinate right. They don't think right. They don't take the sport seriously. But see, we got these so-called quote unquote casual commentators, casual fans. Look at this, he ain't doing it right. No, he not doing it right. But even you got some commentators that used to be fighting and everything. They play right along with it too. So now y'all wearing skirts now. I thought you put on your big boy pants. If you ask me, some of the women boxing fight harder than some of y'all. They even some amateur boxers fight harder than the ones in professional. These are facts, y'all. Got some fighters that they want to, oh, I'm a fire a trash bag and get the title. I don't want to fight Mexican. I don't want to fight blacks. And y'all social media let that person walk. Then you got champions. They fighting doggone toothpicks. What about the person? What about the ones that you supposed to fight? That's what it is now. That's what it is now. Then you got baseball, Major League Baseball. The Dusty Baker, a long, I'm talking about what I mean. The Dusty Baker was no joke in baseball. I gotta look at it. I don't think he's a borderline Hall of Famer and stuff like that. But he's been an excellent manager for a long time. And then Dusty Baker helped Houston to win the title. And you know what they say? Oh, he ain't do. What is you talking about? He learned from the late great Frank Robinson. They said, who's the late great Frank Robinson? He's the first baseball player to win MVP of both leagues. He won MVP National League. He won MVP American League. He helped Baltimore to win some titles too. The late great Frank Robinson. Look him up. One of the outstanding coaches, one of the outstanding teachers ever. Very knows the game in and out. See, Dusty Baker come from that cloth. And he still don't get the credit he deserves. Just like you got the late great he slipped my mind. Hank Aaron. Hank Aaron, throughout his life, he was fighting with the Major League Baseball that had more African Americans to play in this game. And to this day, they haven't. They have Spanish that looks like us, Dominican, and other ones like that. But the sad thing about it, they don't want to they don't want to give respect that the ones that pass, the one that laid the foundation. Even with Beto Clemente and others. But even they acknowledge of our contributions. It seems like us as African descent in this country, even around we be getting played this and that and everything. I want to know all this play, all weekend play. I want to know when we gonna win, huh? Salute to you. It mind boggling me. I look at it, it's like I see it as that we be in this game for a long time and we ain't winning. We not at the leadership position that we should to enforce the right, to enforce what needs to be done. And it goes for men and women. I find, I see a bunch of softies right now. Do not have the dog in them to fight for what's right. And the ones in the past that laid the foundation. And even when you tell the truth, when you show it to them, no, you don't understand. So that actually let me know you is a fool. You's an old new fool. You are open nothing fool. Yo, they can dunk it like this. No. Not. Yo, he dunk like that. Oh, yo. What about Sean Kemp? Who's Sean Kemp? Oh, yo, he dunk it. You ever see Sean? Never see Tom Chambers? I think he's in the Hall of Fame. Yo, look at that fool do his thing like that. Yeah, he's never see Alex English on Denver Nuggets. Give you a quiet 60. Excellent rebound. Very underrated on defense too. Because them Denver teams back in the day, they were scoring, but but they ain't had the defense, they ain't had enough people play defense. But Alex English, Dan Issel, and also we talk. What about them great Milwaukee teams back in the '80s? Can they can never get past Boston. Boston had a better team, but Milwaukee always right there. Always Milwaukee. I mean, Boston always beat them on 6 or 7 games. And those are great Milwaukee teams, man. You got Ballin there, the late great Ballin there. He used to play for Detroit for a long time, and he went to Milwaukee. You got Sidney Moncrief, you got Julian Bridgman. I believe you got Paul Presley. Those are great Milwaukee teams. But see, people don't talk about those teams. Oh, they ain't won a championship. It doesn't mean they ain't won a championship. It doesn't mean they ain't great. Just the Celtics was better. That's all it was. Just as if you go to the Western Conference, if you go, you talk about the great Dallas Maverick teams. They always take the Lakers 6, 7 games, close too. Just the Lakers was better, but it doesn't mean they was great. They wasn't great teams. Woo! If y'all would see the Dallas Maverick teams in the late '80s, oh my goodness! You got Mark Aguirre before he moved to Detroit, before he got traded to Detroit, and he helped Detroit, win the title back in 1989. And you got Roy Topley, you got Ronaldo Blackman, you got Derek Harper. Oh, they was loaded. Roy Topley? That big man, oh, he could do it all. Pass, block shots, shoot. Oh, but he was on drugs. Trying to shake it, but Roy Topley was on jump. Oh my God. But see, y'all don't want to hear stuff like that. Y'all don't even put no respect on Bill Walton. If his foot ever hold up, oh my goodness. We would have said Bill Walton probably one of the top best, one of the 5 best. He did help. Portland Trailblazers won the title in '77. That's when they beat the 76ers. The great Julius Irving. Oh, they was. It's just that Boston. It's just that Portland was better because they played fundamental. Filtered back that they wasn't. They had talent. Don't get me wrong. They had talent, but the 76 they won 10 years before that. 67 when Wilt Chamberlain played, so they do it, and they had a great too. The late great Hal Greer, others. I think had about 3, 4 Hall of Fames on that team 67, 76ers. Coming off the bench, Billy Cunningham. Later on, he became the Sixer head coach, and the ADD he became coach champion. He's one of the few players that won the title. He won the NBA title player and also coach. Billy Cunningham from Brooklyn. Jump too. Okay. I'm underrated. I'm giving you, I'm giving it to y'all, man. I'm giving it to y'all, man. I'm giving it to y'all. So understand that we gotta talk about the injustices in sports. It's very, very important because the wrong ones is on the mic now. And they spreading wrong propaganda. They are disrespecting the ones in the past. And we cannot let that happen. We have to understand that is really very important. And also, even in a shell, there are black players had laid the foundation. They still don't get the credit today. Once upon a time, there was 40, 50 years ago in the NCAA, it was hardly no black coaches. They had to fight and crawl. Go back to the NFL. There are some play back in the NFL when you come up as a quarterback, they want you to play another position because they said, "Oh, we wasn't smart enough to play in the league." Like the great Joe Harris and others, the late great Joe Harris and others that paid the way. Warren Moon had an outstanding career at Washington. They said he wasn't good enough, so he went to the Canadian League and won sixth grade cups. Then he when came back to Houston and he finished up with with the other teams. But why he at the league? Look how they treated the great Doug Williams when he came out of Grambling back in '78. They did not give him nothing. Garbage offensive line, no running play. I think they had one play that Solomon, the great defensive end and stuff like that. That's all they had. But Doug Wick had to run for his life, talking about he was no good. You know what I'm saying? Then 9 years later, you know what he did with the Washington Redskins? MVP. Also injustices on brother Deion Sanders. How our own people, sometimes they use our own people to discredit us. Y'all don't want to give him the resources to succeed. The historical black colleges. You see what they did to Ed Reed, our own people. So I wonder how much money y'all taking. And A.D. Robinson Jr., you should be ashamed for yourselves. That name what you have, they should take it away from you. The grinder said it. And what? What's going on, brother? Thanks for coming. Appreciate you. It's mind-boggling me how we don't pay respect at the ones that did it of any sport. Do you know the great Jim Brown in 1971? He was vote. You know he part of lacrosse Hall of Fame. Y'all ain't know that, right? 71, he was vote. He part of lacrosse Hall of Fame. Look it up. I believe back in 71. There are some people go to the NBA. There are some people who say that Hakeem Olajuwon is better than Will Chamberlain, better than Bill Russell. Don't get me wrong, Hakeem Olajuwon is great. But like I tell Old Head Podcast last night, think about them players like you got Oscar Robertson, Wilt Chamberlain, and Bill Russell and others. They wasn't keeping no stats back then. If Pitcher they would keep them stats back then, you got like I had to say it, Irvin Matt Johnson been still chasing. Because they putting them stats up, but wasn't even saying no stats. Even like you got the great back in the NFL. You got the great Deacon Jones. In his career, they say he got over 200 some sacks. But before then, they wasn't keeping those stats. Then he would have had. He the one. He the one coined the sack. In 67, 68, I believe he had. I think he had 24 sacks in 67, 68. He had 25. I'm talking about including playoffs. They said that Day 4 was one of the best. Trendsetters too. And he don't even get the credit he deserves. That the late great Reggie White had chased him. Bruce Smith. They don't even talk about Bruce Smith. But see, those players back then, they always go to, oh, they could sack the quarterback, but they was excellent. They could stop the run. Very smart and tickle. But see, we don't talk about stuff like that. So you picture if they would have had athletic with them. Now let me change. They was athletic in their own way. They just that they didn't have the facilities. Because you gotta understand, it wasn't no money, so they gotta make it do. But they was fundamentally sound. But it's so sad that this play. I'm talking about all sports now. You got the facilities, but majority of y'all do not have this and don't have this, and you're not fundamentally sound. And some of the coaches, I don't believe these coaches not what these. Now there are some are great. Don't get me wrong, but majority of them, let's be honest, it's like you're sitting at the table, you're looking at the food, you don't want it, but you have to eat it, so you put it in your stomach. See, back then they worked for it. You know what I'm saying? Right now, you can do a favor and you in. That's the way we go back. That's how we doing in life now. You gotta do a favor. You gotta scratch somebody's back to be great. I thought you gotta work hard for it. That's what I thought, and I know what I'm talking about is right. You gotta work hard to get it, huh? But see, we don't want to talk about that. Nah, we don't want to talk about that. They got to get it. You got to get it from the grind. See, that's what people understand. But see, when you get it on the grind, you appreciate it more. When you listen to people that knows, it's a great appreciation. That's why we see a lot of things happening right now. That is not up to par. That is egregious. And we fail to understand that while they're doing it, they're hurting the game, they're hurting the sport. Then, oh, then you got posses hanging out with you. Back then, there wasn't no posses back then. Your posse was your family. That's it. And the sports like 40, not 50, 50, 60 years ago, and beyond that, they wasn't getting the money that they getting the money now. They had, after the season, they had to get a job. They can't, they don't even have facilities. They don't have the facility. The only facility they had to go to college. So that's all they know. Or they have to wrap up their own knee, or they ankle. They gotta rub, And yeah, and all y'all got these facilities right now, and y'all still don't want to put in the work. I guarantee you, if you get in facilities right now and you get way back in 50, 60 years ago, oh my goodness, they would have wiped you off. They will wipe you any way they want to. Because back then they was hungrier. See, their plate was half full, but they wanted full. But see, y'all right now, y'all want a full plate, but y'all don't appreciate it. See, then when you give them a full plate, they eat it, and they keep it going. Y'all get a full plate, y'all take a little, but you still want to give it to the ones that already have. Give it to the ones that don't have. Give it to the ones that are hungry. Because back then they all together. Right now, it's not like that. Oh, you great. Oh, yeah. Walt Frazier. Oh, yes. Yes, sir. Walt Frazier, one of my favorite. I'm a New Yorker. Walt Frazier is one of my favorites. That's another great. That needs to be respected. Hall of Fame. After it's said and done, he's going to be a Hall of Fame broadcaster. One of the best dressed. Ooh, my, what? Y'all, man. So people outside, y'all don't know, man. Y'all don't know, man. Y'all think that y'all know it all. Man, I'm not saying I know it all because I don't, but I learn, I study, I keep on learning. And so when people say, I want to debate you, I'm not debating. Why I'm going to debate that I already know? Why I'm going to debate your fools that I already know, I'm going to win? Because I got the truth behind me. Public documents, when you tell the truth, never, never lie. 26 national championships, baby. But we better understand that too. Again, my channel is the Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the number one grinder, one of the best kept secret on social media. Believe that. We put it down for a long time. Respect my you see me, you see me out. You know what I mean? That's how I do it sometimes. I'm original. I got on some jeans and some shoes. You know what I mean? Bow. What's up? That's right. Original. See, that's what the men that went back them original. Right now, a lot of people want to follow. Y'all want to get on the same boat and ride your own path. No, get on another boat, ride your own path. Figure out for yourself. You'd be a better person for that because they had to do it back then. No, man. Even you got people working with each other, you know. They want to find out certain things for yourself. Want to gravitate for what? Gravitate. Believe in your own skills. That's very lacking too. Like for me, if I need help, I don't mind. I do not have a problem to ask. But I believe my own ability. And then there's certain things I don't know how to do, I will to learn it. And that's the thing about it. We scared to learn because when we scared, I'm talking to ones today. Because if we scared to learn, it makes us to be in touch with what we don't know, and it's okay. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. It all happened to us because back then they didn't know, but they was not afraid to strive to be better, to improve. There's difference that the ones of today fail to understand. You just can't be on the same level and you think you can win. I know the media have passed you on and put pampers on you and you just keep on walking. But one way or the other, life gonna make you, you gotta graduate, you gotta learn things. One way or the other. But these media and other media giving your pampers. When you gonna put on some real jewels and go to the bathroom for yourself? What I'm saying, when you gonna learn and do things for yourself, find out things for yourself, huh? Because what you're doing, you're cheaping the sports. You're cheaping what's going on. You're big head. You don't want to learn nothing. You want to out talk people. How you can out talk a person that already have the knowledge and know how? Because they have to learn from somebody. How you want to overtalk them and you can't bring nothing to the table, but you cannot complete a sentence? And I'm talking about some men and some women of today. And again, I'm not trying to say, oh, I know everything and this and that, but I know a little something. Believe that. The number one grinder. I know things that I've been through things. All right? I've been around good people too that laid the foundation. Okay? So when people tell them, oh, you don't know nothing what grinder, just check out my channel and be quiet. You can learn something from the number one grinder because the number one grinder had learned from the others that lived it. Okay? So I know when I got it from them, I know it's the truth. So if any point people went off, oh yeah, do this, that, do your own investigation, and then if you wanna debate him, you go debate. Just debate him and destroy him the truth. And when you destroy the truth, you will shut them up. But knowing them, I changed that. Knowing them, they still gonna run their mouth. But they fail to understand you gonna sound more stupider than ever. Goes for some men and some women. And it doesn't have to be just in justice in sports. It could be in life. If you put yourself in a situation, what makes you think that certain things ain't gonna happen to you? What makes you think that I'm special, that nothing can happen? Oh yes, it can. It's always see people understand when you do things good, you're gonna get good consequences. When you do something bad, you're gonna get bad consequences. That's about life. So that means that you gotta make a choice. Do you want good consequence when you do what you're doing, or you want bad consequences? I can't tell you what to do, but let's hope that let's pick the good consequences because we have to work harder, but we will reap the benefits. We're not gonna see the benefits right then and there. But when it's bad, you're gonna see it right away. That's part of life. You know, that's part of life. And we have to understand that, you know, when we make decisions years ago, we do some things and we still here, it's consequences with it. And that's what it's all about. There's consequences with it. You know? And but let's put some respect, you know, on the ones that laid the foundation of us in the past. It is very important. Start listening to these casual ones that work in the media and these casual fans because they are not bringing nothing to the table. You know, they not. They said that they are, but they not, and they are hiding under nothing wall. They don't want to come out that wall and learn. And we have to understand that. We have to understand that loud and clear. No, no, and but the sad thing about it, they winning, and the ones who do the work, we losing. But don't give up, though. Don't give up, because our time will come, and we gonna dethrone these fools, and they don't have no choice to learn from the best. So don't let nobody chump what you know. Because you learn the truth is what you know, what you know. It's the truth. The truth always will prevail, no matter what seasoning it is. So my thing is just that keep on pushing, keep on learning. If you have kids, teach your kids, or you want to show something to, you want to teach a person, teach. But they had to, but see, when you teach, they have to be willing to listen and absorb the knowledge. If they not willing to absorb the knowledge, let them go. Don't lose no breath over it. Trust me. I had to, you know what? I have to learn that for myself, family. I keeping a buck with y'all. I have to learn the hard way. So now I got a little older. I'm like, no, I'm not entertaining that because I'm listening right now. I'm not entertaining what you're talking about. You know? I'm not. You know? And it's real sad that instead of we go forward, we going backwards. Brother Sheen, what's good? Thanks for coming. And that's the sad thing about it. And there's a lot of knowledge out there too. We need to gain, need to give. But some of us, we figured that we bigger than the knowledge. That knowledge can help us. And like I said, I know it's an injustice in sports, but it could be more than that. No, and we have to do better. Whatever knowledge that it could be transparent, take it and run with it. You hear what I'm saying, y'all? Take it and run with it because you never know. You might not get it again. Now, if you get it second time around, that's a blessing. You take you get it. But at times, you will probably just get it once. So take it and run with it. And then when you learn, you share with the others. They don't not want the knowledge. They don't want the wisdom. They don't want the work that comes with it. It's not. It's don't worry about it because you gotta understand we cannot take everyone with us. You know? So you know, I'm gonna say this one story and I'll be out. It was one time I was a young boy, and my old coach. I miss it so much. He passed away years ago. I was growing at the time. He said, "Hey, I see you play with the ball." I said, "I shoot around you." So, "Hey, you good? You ever thinking about, yeah." And I was a tall kid, so I had a little hand doing stuff, shoot and stuff. And then I started working my left hand. He said, "She's like, you know the game well." I tried to learn stuff like that, and he showed me the fundamentals. I was very young. Fundamentals of offense, defense. See who's this? Cookie, yeah. You know. And then I started getting better and better because I put in the work, and I believe in his leadership. I believe in his guidance. Because see, when it comes to life, you gotta when you want something, you gotta believe in that guidance. You gotta believe in that wisdom. You gotta believe that they're gonna show you something so you help to succeed. But not a lot of us have that. But I know back then when I was coming, we had it. And I started playing games. I was messing up and everything. Oh, trust me. But you know what? He was patient with me because he see the work ethic that I put in, and I got that, and I learned, and I got that from my late parents because they full believe it is. You keep on working at it, you're gonna get better at it. No, and that's why it's so important to check out the games in the past of any sport because you'd be surprised what you see. There's certain things you see, oh, that, yeah, oh, I know, yo, I see, yo, yeah, there's something new. No, if you go back, they did the same thing. It just that was not all that spectacular. But even back then, let me change it. Even back then, they was athletic too. But it was so much the grace that make it so easy because they put in the work. You understand what I'm saying? And again, just like the some up to date, y'all don't want to put in the work. Y'all don't want to put in the work. Y'all don't. Y'all don't. Y'all want things handed to y'all. Y'all want things give to y'all. No, and to understand this work. And you cannot let anybody teach you because sometimes they're not for your interest. They for themselves. And sometimes they don't even know themselves because they don't want because when they was coming up, they don't even want to be taught for the truth. No, It's poor family. Some I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with these people here, man. Hold on, I'll be with y'all in a few seconds. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. I appreciate it. Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the number one grinder. One of the best kept secrets on YouTube. I mean, on social media. Believe it, not YouTube no more. On social media. Believe that. We put it down for a long time. This is the underrated commentary number 12, Injustices in Sports. And we can take that beyond sports into life. But we stick it to sports because there are a lot of people is a bunch of fakes. And the sad thing about it, public document of the grades is right there, and they still don't want to look at it. That's sad, right? Hey, what's up, Unique doing? How you doing, sweetie? They don't even want to like touch it. No, they sure don't. And it's right there. I I said I get it. I said I don't get it, but to me it's all about it's laziness. It's laziness, y'all. It really is. It's laziness. So when you have somebody that refused to find out things for themselves that is public document that sometimes at times you don't have to pay for this right there. Even it's in the me it maybe it's in the internet and they look at it. No, that's not right. How it's not right? Then you go beyond and it says the same thing. Oh, you just making things up. It's not credible. What do you mean it's not credible? It's not credible to your life, or you scared of the truth. See, they want to make things credible to them. No, the truth is the truth. No matter what language it is, the truth is the truth. How? I understand. I just do that, For all your side, the truth is the truth. You can never run away from the truth. Also, you can never run away from that's not the truth. You know? And that's what people they fail to understand. Truth is the truth, y'all. But see, if you talk to them, they don't want to know the truth. They don't want to know. They don't want to know the truth. You're right. There's nowhere to run. I couldn't say better than that, sis. There's no way to run from the truth. And I said a little hour ago that maybe they cannot read. They know how to read, but see, they got so much hate. They got so much unknown in their heart. They don't want the truth. Let it filter into they don't let it manifest in their soul. And they want to be like this. But they know it's the truth. They know it's the truth. See, they know it's the truth. They don't want the truth. Make it be better. Hold on for 1 second, please. Hold on for 1 second. Sorry about that. But there's no way to run. There's no way to run. And that's the most important thing that we have to understand. And so that be it. That's it for me. This is the last of the underrated on commentary number 12. I want to thank y'all so much to participate. And thank you so much for the participating in this. Please share this out. Please share this out and be good to each other. All right? Always stick with the truth. And I know that we talk mostly about injustice in sports, but also it can apply to life. But to understand this, there's always people that pay the way for the truth for us. So I'm talking about us as the people, so we can have something better than nothing. And we got to put some respect to the ones that paved the way. All right? Remember that. On behalf of my channel, The Underrated Darkness, yours truly, the number one grinder, one of the best kept secret on social media. Believe that. We put it down a long time. Peace to y'all and your families. Love y'all. Be well. I know it's nice somewhere in the country. It's nice outside. Please be careful because some people do not know how to act. So protect your family, protect yourself all times. When you need to be in the house, be in the house like it's crazy out there. We don't want nothing happen to y'all. We don't want nothing happen to y'all. Remember that. Love y'all. Love y'all. Love y'all. This one is Ghost. Be well.